Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. President Trump suspends COVID stimulus talks. The vice presidential candidates prep for the big debate tonight in Utah. California instructs diners to wear face masks even while chewing. Gun sales surge in New York City. Musician Eddie Van Halen dies at age 65. Also ahead, will Vice President Pence go after Senator Kamala Harris tonight? But first, President Trump pausing negotiations for a potential COVID stimulus bill until after the election, saying Nancy Pelosi's plan would waste $2.4 trillion to, quote, bail out poorly run, high-crime Democrat states, unquote. Republicans promoting a scaled-down version that would allocate $1.6 trillion only for issues directly related to the pandemic, not a bunch of other stuff like states' voting regulations, which is now in the bill. Senator Kamala Harris and VP Mike Pence in Salt Lake City for the only vice presidential debate of 2020. The commission unveiling strict rules to avoid a potential virus outbreak, requiring the candidates to maintain 12 feet of distance. Guests and staff must take a mandatory test and wear face coverings throughout the debate. California Governor Newsom telling families in California to, quote, wear a mask in between bites when eating out in restaurants. The Golden State currently allowing some restaurants to operate at 25% capacity. There have been 16,000 COVID-related fatalities in California out of a population of more than 40 million. The number of New Yorkers purchasing firearms jumping 120% since June. The FBI now running more than 50,000 background checks in New York every month. Buyers say they're afraid of violent criminals. Legendary rock guitarist Eddie Van Halen dead at the age of 65 from throat cancer. He was a smoker. Van Halen was born in the Netherlands, moved to the USA in 1962. He formed a rock band, Van Halen, as you know. And the group performed for nearly 50 years, selling more than 80 million records. In a moment, a preview of the vice presidential debate. Right back. Investors, are you seeking steady cash flow, ready to diversify? Have you considered a proven real estate investment fund? NRIA is one of the nation's leading realty specialists and offers 10% annualized monthly payouts, with bonuses targeted to 21%. That's right, you could receive steady 10% return monthly payments with bonuses. You know, they specialize in realty investing done right. Even use your 401k or IRA to invest. NRIA's 15-year track record and $1.2 billion in new construction development backs you. So learn how you can invest in this hard asset real estate cash flow fund today and receive 10% annualized monthly payouts with bonuses. This is something savvy investors should research and consider. Please call now, 201-210-2727, 201-210-2727, or visit nria.net.
An offer to buy or sell any security is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. National is a real estate development firm. See us at nria.net.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Let's take a look at the two candidates debating tonight in Salt Lake City. First up, Senator Kamala Harris, nickname Mamala. She has the most liberal voting record in the Senate. Pretty impressive since Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are in the Senate. Ms. Harris was born October 20th, 1964. That means she'll turn 56 this month. In Oakland, California, to immigrant parents. Mother from India, father from the island of Jamaica. Ms. Harris attended Howard University in Washington, a historically black college. She earned a law degree from the University of California. She was hired as Deputy District Attorney in Alameda County, California, in 1990. She became San Francisco's Assistant District Attorney in 1998, then the DA there in 2003. She served as Attorney General of California between 2010 and 14. In 2016, Kamala Harris was elected senator from California. Now, what her strategy will be tonight is fairly obvious. She's pretty much going to ignore Mike Pence and go after President Trump. She will go after him on pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything that Mr. Trump and Kamala Harris have in common. Now, for his part, Mike Pence is a button-down guy, but he needs to break out tonight. So let's take a look at the vice president. He was born on June 7th, 1959, 61 years old, in Columbus, Indiana. He earned degrees from Hanover College and Indiana University. Spent his early life as a self-described Catholic Democrat, but then moved towards the Republican evangelical movement in the 1980s over his staunch opposition to abortion. Mr. Pence says he voted for Jimmy Carter in 1980, but supported Ronald Reagan in 84. He launched two unsuccessful campaigns for U.S. Congress as a Republican in Indiana, but then he won, serving as a congressman from 2001 to 2013. Then he left the House and was elected governor of Indiana in 2013, serving one term. He is a very methodical man, Mike Pence. He ran Indiana pretty well, particularly economically, and he is very loyal to the president. Mr. Pence and Mr. Trump dine at least once a week, sometimes twice. Administration officials say that Mike Pence has a lot of influence in the way Donald Trump forges policy. So there you have it. The two vice presidential candidates who couldn't be more opposite in their view of the world. Again, Mike Pence has really got to go after Senator Harris as a very ardent liberal. And Ms. Harris will take her time, I'm sure, to attack President Trump and pretty much ignore Mike Pence. I will be live tweeting throughout the debate at Bill O'Reilly, at Bill O'Reilly. I am Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing at disagree. I want to hear from you. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. And please check out my big best-selling book, Killing Crazy Horse. You'll learn a lot. It's fun to read. In a moment. Something you might not know. What does COVID-19 have to do with losing your home? Well, the FBI reports that since the virus struck, cybercrime up 75%. The legal title to all our homes is online. Home title theft is a cybercrime. Cyber criminals find the title to your home online, forge your signature on a quitclaim deed, and then refile as the new owner of your home. They can take out loans against your home, steal the cash, stick you with the payments. You will not know until you get a late payment notice or a foreclosure that you have been scammed. Home Title Lock protects your home's legal title. Your home is your most valuable asset, your safe haven. Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier around your home's title. When they detect tampering, they shut it down. So please go to HometitleLock.com. Register your address to see if you're already a victim. Use code RADIO for 30 days of protection, free. HometitleLock.com. Use code RADIO. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Russian President Vladimir Putin turns 68 today. The former KGB operative has ruled his country since 1999. Here's the story of Bad Vlad, from Soviet spy to ruler of Russia. Putin was born October 7th, 1952 in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg. Vlad was the youngest of three children. His two older brothers died before his birth, one during the brutal Nazi invasion during World War II. His grandmother and two uncles were also murdered by German occupiers in the 1940s. In 1975, Putin joined the KGB as a counterintelligence agent. He moved to Moscow in 1984, then East Germany. According to Putin's official biography, during the fall of the Berlin Wall that began in November 1989, he personally burned Soviet files to to prevent the West from getting to see them. In 1999, Vlad was appointed acting prime minister of the government of the Russian Federation by President Yeltsin. Boris resigned on New Year's Eve of that year, making Putin acting president. He has dominated the country ever since. Throughout his tenure, the strongman, and some say dictator, has been accused of eliminating his political opponents, allegedly poisoning some reporters with radioactive material. Since taking office, 240 members of the press have been murdered or gone missing in Russia. And you think President Trump is hard on the media. And here's something else you might not know. When Bad Vlad isn't targeting journalists or invading Ukraine, he occupies his time with some pretty strange hobbies. Putin is a massive fan of Indiana Jones. The Russian president even launched an expedition to find ancient Greek urns while diving in the Black Sea. None were ever found. Putin also tracks polar bears. Since 2010, he works with biologists every year to locate the animals in the country's vast wilderness of Siberia. Vlad's favorite band, the Beatles. He told reporters he learned to speak English by listening to the Fab Four, but he rarely speaks English in public. So happy birthday, Mr. Putin. Please don't poison me. Back after this. There are thousands of animals abandoned in the wilderness that need our help. I partnered up with Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. Founded by actor Leo Grillo, who left Hollywood to devote his life to saving abandoned animals, Delta Animal Sanctuary is a one-of-a-kind rescue. They are staffed by trained attendants who look after each animal, providing them with water, treats, toys, and affection. Please support Delta Rescue and put your legacy to work. Each life-saving gift helps Delta fulfill their mandate to rescue and care for animals. So please request a free estate planning package at deltarescue.org/bill. For a limited time, you can watch The Rescuer. It's free only at deltarescue.org/bill. The Rescuer is an award-winning documentary about Grillo's 2-year rescue of a family of 21 dogs abandoned in the wilderness. deltarescue.org/bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.